Oh, sorry about that. I had to find myself a clean cup somewhere in the house. Well, it's not a clean cup, but it's a cup I used most recently. It's my IHOP cup. I stole this from IHOP. Why? Because I deserved it. I had only one cup of a free refillable coffee. So I thought to myself, I could sit here all day long with free refills and get my money's worth, or I could take this mug and have one cup of coffee for $3, which is a rip-off unless you take the mug. And this coffee here, it's cold. It's not fresh. But it's coffee. And it tastes good. Actually, it's great. It tastes like iced coffee that isn't ice cold. It's just room temperature, which is like 72 degrees, 71 maybe, and I am 98.6 degrees all the time, period, because I regulate myself. So when I'm drinking a 72 degree temperature drink, it feels cool. It might be room temperature, but it's certainly cooler than my mouth. Just like iced coffee. Now, you want to make sure that you don't put your cups of anything you're drinking too close to soap, because if the soap gets in there, you'll get diarrhea. Fact. Why that happens, I don't know. Don't drink soapy water, period. Then again, it might just be that some of that soapy water is laced with bacteria and parasitic type things that could or could not be in your water, or could not be from outer space. The debate is still out there. So, now we're putting these things in. We have multiple French presses because we like to drink beverages that are caffeinated because it gives us the kind of energy we need to be a boss. If you don't drink coffee now, you're probably wondering why you're sleeping your life away. If you only need 1 pound of coffee, that means you're not drinking your coffee fast enough. Alright? There we go. Down the old water drain it goes. Give it a decent rinse. Put it into the box. Yes. Got another cup. Here is an old coffee cup. Not fresh enough to drink out of, that's for sure. That is for sure. Not if you have self-respect. If you have self-respect, you put that one in the wash. Tonic water, in all likelihood, the portion that was used was in a tonic vodka with Skittles drink. Doesn't sound super manly, but it makes you taste like you got the power to do anything. Like find a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. Alright, Skittles vodka tonic, not bad. Put a lime in there too if you want some fresh fruit. But the flavor of lime from the Skittles do good. Oh, water overboard. It's alright, we'll mop that area later. Not today. Today's dish day. The boss man does not have time to mop behind the sink. Not now. Got too much happening. Too much happening. This thermometer I used to check the inside of the cheese ravioli on Tuesday. It's pretty much clean, but I'm not going to slack. I'm going to wash it anyway. This was the strainer from Tuesday. I remember that meal like it was just last week. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. Where is my washing utensil? Where is my washing? Oh, there it is. There we go. Now, once we finish this load of dishes, there's going to be a major changeover in the process. We've done 2 loads, and they were fairly dirty, so we're going to empty, drain the sink, which is when we're going to add more soap water, and finally do all that silverware that's gathering up at the bottom. But we'll feel like we're getting a lot more done because we're in the process of the refill session. Alright? Now, these things don't need too much washing because we use them every single day. You should be using these every single day to get your caffeine content. Alright? If you aren't getting caffeinated, you're letting the people around you down. You're letting the people around you down. And that's not how you become a boss. You become a boss by letting the people around you know who to fear. Alright? They aren't going to be fearing somebody with their eyes half open. You need both eyes all the way open. All the time. Except for when you're sleeping, but that's not on the clock. You sleep with one eye open, that's a good start. That's a good start. I don't know. I honestly don't sleep with an eye open. I can't dream like that. When I have one eye open and I'm trying to sleep, I never fall asleep if I don't close both of my eyes. But if you, I'm not saying I'm better than you, if you can sleep with one eye open, do it. I mean, don't set your bar just as high as me. I mean, my bar is set higher than myself, which was hard to do. So I would definitely not set a bar that you can complete. Like, man, what I could do with one eye open. If I could sleep with one eye open, I might be able to read. The next day's emails while I'm sleeping. Could you imagine? Could you imagine how surprised people would get if at the crack of 9 a.m., the beginning of my nearly 7.5-hour day as boss, I was already replying to emails? Gosh, I wonder if they have courses like that at the community college. I would love to take a community college class on sleeping with one eye open. Then again, I would say the majority of classes at community colleges allow you to practice sleeping with one eye open. Just saying, maybe you got to get out of school what you really need to learn. You don't have to listen to the teacher saying, oh, you're in Business 101 class. You got to learn about business. No, I'm paying the teacher to learn. If what I want to learn is how to sleep with one eye open, then who are they to say anything? I'm getting my money's worth. It just upsets me sometimes. Sometimes the education system in America, it just doesn't make any sense, you know? It's like you gotta take a test. You gotta take a test, and you can't look at anybody else's work. Really? Nobody else's work? If I was only relying on my own intelligence, I'd be in big trouble. Well, I mean, not my own intelligence. Okay, I forge a lot of people's work. My underemployees, because I'm a boss, they do all the work, and I just plug their work into a process. I'm cheating. I'm cheating by getting everyone to give me the answers, because I'm the boss man. But the thing is they wouldn't know what to do with the answers, and I feel like that's kind of what it's like in class. If a teacher catches you cheating, just say, cheating. I was being the boss, all right? This guy might know all the right answers, but he doesn't know what to do with them. I do. I know what to do with them. Now just check the grades, see if the answer's right or wrong, and do your job. I'm paying you. I'm paying you. Do they understand? I'm paying you. I'm not your employee, you're my employee. Makes me upset. Seems like a pretty simple thing for someone to understand, but no, not true. Not true. Not true at all. Oh, I have already abandoned my plan. I'm doing the silverware, and it's like I'm caught in a dream, and my legs just won't go for. I'm working hard, but I'm going nowhere. What am I really doing? The silverware in the dish sink. Silverware. Each one of these things takes the same amount of effort as a giant plate that this one's soaking still. It's a giant plate. But I get so little done. You know? So really. I used this to drink. I drank some rum the other day. It was good. It was like 100 proof. But it doesn't matter how proofy it is. It matters how spicy and how sweet it is. I want it to be thick. I want my rum to be like molasses. All right. I want it to be so flavorful and thick that I feel like I should be putting it on pancakes and knock down the hatch. Rum pancakes. Would be a good one. It would be a good one. That would be good. we have now reached the end of the second load. I'm going to pull the plug. Oh, a sneaky little fork down there. That son of a bitch. That son of a bitch thought it was going to get away. No. Stage 1 is done. Stage 1 is done. It's actually stage 2. Stage 2. But we're about to enter the second phase, which we'll start back at stage 1 again in the second phase. So, now, it's empty over here. We still have that filthy plate with the green stain on it. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to take care of it. If I can't take care of it, I will break that son of a bitch. I am not a slave to a plate. I'm the boss of my home, of the company. I'm the boss. I'm not going to be afraid of a stain on a plate. I will shatter that bitch if it doesn't follow what I say. All right? Now, but that being said, it's time to go and dry. Now I've got myself a towel here. And it's clean. That's a good thing. That means I don't have to waste my paper towels. I can save money. I think it's clean. If it's not clean, if it smells even the most hintish of dirty, do not dry your clean dishes with this towel, because then you're just filthying it all up. It's clean. It's clean. Alright. So, now we're going to have to stack, move the entire dirty dish area off of the makeshift shelf that is a stove. That's where we're going to stack our clean dishes on. Okay. I am sure you're really grateful for this motivational video. If you wanted to send money, I can't accept it. Like, this is really... Alright, if you want to send money to me, you can. This wasn't done for money, though. I'm doing this for the fact that there's not enough bosses. Yeah, I know I put it there, but see, I'm going to try to get a size thing going. Like, I want to put the biggest plates on the bottom and the smallest plates on top. So I'm not going to dry the big one and then a small one and then a big one and figure out how to stack it like a gosh darn Blue Man Group member. Anyways, yeah, if you want to send me money, do. Don't waste my time with chump change, alright? If you're going to send me money, I want it to be in increments of 5. So 5 is the minimum, and $5 American money. I don't know what I would do with anything except American money. But if you would like to send the equivalent of $1,000 or more American money, but the equivalent of American money, $1,000, in any currency, do it. I'll figure it out. I'm a boss. I can do those things. Otherwise, if you're going to send less than that in foreign money, just don't waste my time. I don't want to have to be Wikipediaing where this money's from and how I can turn it into a usable form. Cups, I can just put them right where it's underneath the camera. That's where I put the cups. I'm doing the reach around, putting the cups inside of the shelving thing. I don't know what to call it. It's a shelf. Bowls. Bowls are a lot like plates. There's different sizes. I'm going to put it aside on the stove, my makeshift shelf. Save it for later. I don't know what to do with it. If I'm not ready for it, I'm not going to stress out about it. I could spend 5 minutes going, what am I going to do with the bowl? What am I going to do with the bowl? Not today. Not today. I'm going to set it aside. When I'm ready for it, I'll know the time will be here. I'll know exactly what to do with it. There's that mini plate I already dried. I'm putting on top. Now it's... Oh, and there's a damn big plate in the back. This is what I was trying to avoid. It's exactly what I was trying to avoid before. Alright, now I gotta pick up these dishes. I guess it wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, every time I did dishes, I made that same mistake, I'd be losing time. Overall, minutes every month, hours every year, days every decade, and time is money. I'm not going to waste my time making mistakes. Mugs go one below the glasses, so it's a little bit further down. There we go. Now, some of these glasses, they make challenging to hold and to dry. But challenging does not mean impossible. It does not mean impossible. Alright. There we go. Put it into the side. spin it when it's in there to get a good drying technique on the outside. Really, the inside's the more important part, because when you put it upside down, if there's wetness in there, it gets trapped. And like the heat of the room will eventually evaporate it, and it's like a little storm cloud inside of your cups. But those storm clouds, they're not going anywhere. They get stagnant like a swamp. And what happens in swamps is bacteria. There's bacteria in the water, parasites. Do I want to get diphtheria because I drink out of a steamy cup of swamp gas? No! Absolutely not. Not me. I did the dishes. I'm going to reap the rewards of having clean dishes. And that's no germs, no bacteria, no parasites, no viruses, no nanobots. I don't think nanobots would last in the steam anyways. Like, well, that's not true. They might need a thicker air substance just to use in their little tiny propeller jets. But nonetheless, I'm getting rid of even the opportunity for them to take advantage of the moist air inside of a cup. I'm drying the insides and the outsides. The outsides are just for fun. The outsides are because we have self-respect. I'm not going to half-ass job our dishes. Now as a mug goes down further. Sometimes a good shake's a good way to keep your drying towel from getting too wet. You can shake off some of the moisture first. Takes well. It's not going to harm anything. Just makes the drying process a little easier. Done. So now, I don't know if you can see, but we have a completely empty drying tray. We can put all of the second stage of phase 1 dishes into the drying area. Oh, it's a long job.